it's now emerged that we must be trying harder and indeed should be forcing our four-legged friends to partake in this ghastly diet. A study from a university in Australia has found the production of meat-based dog food, what else would it be, generates more greenhouse gases than the UK's total output. Shows how little difference it makes for us doing anything. The research suggests that putting our canine companions onto a vegan diet would therefore help to cut greenhouse gas emissions. This comes as the animal charity Peta has launched a new billboard campaign about eating lobsters, which asks the obvious question. If you wouldn't eat your dog, why eat a lobster? To which the answer is also obvious. A lobster is no fun to take for a walk. Have we really got to get into the trenches of veganism so deeply that we are photoshopping the heads of dogs onto the body of a lobster? Anyway, joining me now to discuss this latest campaign is Margarita Sachkova, Peta's Senior Digital Marketing Manager. Margarita, did you design this brilliant picture of a lobster looking like a dog, or a dog looking like a lobster?
Well, it wasn't me, but it was
your
work
team?
of my team, of my colleagues, and they did an amazing job. And I would say that we really need to make people thinking of why we would be eating lobsters when we are not eating our dogs. And lobsters are intelligent animals. They are capable of feeling fear. They're capable of feeling pain. And if you wouldn't dream of putting your dog in a pot of boiling hot water just to kill and eat them, why would you do the same to a lobster? It's equally cruel, as they feel it all. For them, these 2-3 minutes are agonizing. For them, they don't want to be there. They don't want to end up on our plate.
But lobsters are very different from dogs. But do you want dogs to have vegan diets as well? You were saying you've got a dog. Do you put your dog on a vegan diet?
Well, first about lobsters, they are not really different from dogs, cats or humans in their capacity to feel pain. And actually scientists from the European Union put them in the category 1, which means that there are no scientific doubt at all that they are capable of feeling pain, and dogs and humans are in the same category. And speaking about dogs and their diets, nowadays people are more and more aware of the cruelty to animals on factory farms. And everyone is aware that vegan diet is the best way to cut someone's carbon footprint.
But dogs are naturally carnivorous, so isn't it a cruelty to the dog to put the dog on a vegan diet?
Well, actually, just like humans, dogs are omnivores. So given that the diet is balanced and complete, and I really want to stress it, the welfare of dog is absolutely important. So you need to be checking on how your dog feels. But it's possible.
But can it be balanced without meat for a dog?
Yes, it can be. And there are so many examples of dogs thriving on, complete and balanced vegan diets. And more producers of dog food are coming up with amazing combinations that have all the nutrients that the dog needs.
But is this right? Haven't people even been finding that humans who have no meat in their diet are finding that they are lacking essential nutrients that they need for healthy lives? And that we discovered there's a genetic predisposition, we were discussing this last week, in humans to want to eat meat. Dogs surely even more so, because by and large their diet tends to be more meat-driven than plant-driven.
Well, there are so many humans on meat-based diet that are also malnourished, and dogs too. So the key thing here is really to get all your nutrients. And we have so many examples of dogs and humans who can do it. And one example that comes to my mind, do you watch Formula One? Do you know Lewis Hamilton?
I know who he is.
He's vegan himself. He's 7 times world champion. He in the best physical shape to, be in the top of his sport. And his dog Roscoe is also having plant-based foods, plant-based meals, and his dog is very happy and healthy, and he is a tremendous advocate for animals.
But what are you going to do with all the farm animals if people aren't having meat? That there are millions of cows, millions of sheep that are only have the life that they have because they are turned into meat, that there is no life for them without the meat industry. They don't exist at all. Is that better or worse for an animal?
Well, of course, change doesn't happen overnight, and I doubt that one day we will wake up and everyone will go vegan and all the animals will disappear. But also, would you really want to have a life that a cow has on a dairy farm, for example, being forcibly impregnating, having their babies stolen from her, being killed after milk production reduces? It's not the life someone would want.
But this is the problem with the argument, that it's the anthropomorphization of animals. Animals are different from humans. They're not there thinking, I'm being impregnated by artificial insemination. That's not a concern of theirs. They don't have rational thought processes in the same way that humans do. They don't have that higher level capability of thought. They have a life, they have grass to chew, they get cow cake fed to them, they get milked. That is a very contented life for a cow on a farm in Somerset.
Well, cows are sentient beings, and cows
They're
are
sentient,
known
but
to
they're not
cry
intelligent.
for days. They're known to cry for days when they're separated from their loved ones, when they're separated from the babies. Cows are known to be able to recognize up to 100 different faces of other cows. Cows have very complex social issues, so it's about speciesism. It's us thinking that we are higher than other animals.
We are higher than other animals.
We can live with other animals in peace. It's not us versus them. We can have a great life, and we don't have to eat
them. But the cows can have happy lives, providing us with milk and ultimately with meat, can't they?
I don't think they're providing us with milk. We are stealing their milk. And when they don't produce enough of it, they're killed. We are killing them. So essentially, it's not a happy life. What human would want to live a life like that?
Cows aren't humans. That's the key point. But thank you, Margarita.